And the great David Clauss, now 13 years old, joins us. He's our football expert. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
I hope you heard that our friend John DeCoste, musical director of the show, went back into studio, and he changed it because previously the lyrics said 12, and he turned 13 last week.
Yeah, I heard that. That was funny.
Yeah, it cost us about $100,000 in studio time, but that's the kind of money we're willing to spend on you, David.
It's a big birthday. Now officially a teenager.
Have you changed? Do you feel like you've changed since you turned 13?
No, I feel the exact same.
Yeah, it's one of those things in life. Pretty much going to go that way. Mm-hmm. And how's school? How's everything in school?
Same. Still good.
Yeah.
Algebra still sucks.
Yeah, I heard you were fighting the algebra dog. Everybody has something, but everybody has something they struggle with, and you're going to get over the hump with this. I know your parents got you working on it, and you're going to work on it, and you will never use algebra again for the rest of your life, no matter what adults tell you.
That's right.
But you got to get through it, and I know you will.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hey, when do you go out? When does break begin?
It begins, I think, next week.
Nice.
Have you guys covered Pythagoras yet?
No.
Pythagoras theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It's an algebraic equation. And guess what? Pythagoras lost his entire life fortune by bad betting in football because he didn't know what he was doing. A lot of people don't know that.
David's just like shaking his head.
No, David's my man.
Okay.
My man.
All right.
All right, a couple of big upsets on Monday Night Football. The Dolphins lost and the Packers lost. Packers less of a gigantic upset, but the Dolphins is certainly a big deal. It's been a season of upsets. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, I really didn't think the Titans would pull it off. I could have seen the Giants because they're on a roll. Tommy DeVito, I really like him. His agent's funny, too.
Oh, that's my guy, David. I'm so glad you brought him up. He was number one on my list to ask you about.
And you saw the agent, right? The agent is Sean Stellato, who looks like an extra from The Sopranos.
And what do they do, David? They're doing like a manja, like an eat, like the three fingers snapping together after he does something great.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Some sort of hand signal.
I'm glad he brought Tommy up.
Yeah, I really like the energy that his agent brings. And a lot of agents don't get that much publicity, so it's good for him.
It is good for him, and I think the guy knew what he was doing when he got on the field branded in that hat of his. But he is a surprisingly good young quarterback, left Syracuse for Illinois, right?
Yep, left Syracuse, had a great season at Illinois, was not drafted, and he was a walk-on, right? Like fifth in the...
Yeah, pickup.
Would have been fifth?
Yeah,
pickup,
Yeah. All right, so our Chicago Bears are the hottest team in football, David Clauss, as you know, after 2 straight wins, first time in 2 years. Can they do it again?
I think they maybe can. They need huge plays like last week. I mean, you saw the play where the Bears drew the offsides, and then Fields chucked it deep to DJ Moore. So they need more plays like that if they're going to beat the Browns. Because the Browns have a very good defense, and Fields is going to have to run because Myles Garrett is going to be chasing him.
Yeah, he is going to have to run. Do you? Justin Fields said this week, have faith in him. He's the face of the franchise going forward. He's the guy to stick with. Do you still feel like Justin Fields is our guy?
I mean, he sure looks like it from last week. And I think if he keeps it up, he will be the guy for a few more years.
You mentioned the offsides thing. Of course, the big offsides call this weekend was the Kansas City Chiefs game. So, let's be honest. You and I are Bills guys. We're glad the Bills beat the Chiefs. But in the meantime, the Chiefs couldn't have whined any harder about being called to the legitimate offside penalty at the end of the game with these unwritten rules that go on in all sports. Late in the game, you don't call this, you don't call that kind of thing. Teams just get a warning. It's already been called 11 or 12 times this year. The Chiefs are whining. Having said all that, what was your take on the Bills and the Chiefs?
I mean, it was a really exciting game, and I think that play, it shouldn't have counted, obviously, but it was a crazy play at the end. I think the Bills really handled business there, and they showed that they can compete again. They showed that they can play. And that was a really big win for them because the schedule just is going to get harder. So I think they got to keep it up. They got to keep doing what they're doing, and they should be all right.
Really, in essence, they beat Taylor Swift, and nobody beats Taylor Swift. Now, this is an important question, David. Do you believe that the NFL and everybody makes too big a deal about the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift thing? Is it their own business? It's their personal life? Or is it a distraction to the Chiefs?
I mean, it's fine, but the NFL is really blowing it up. I don't know, because that normally doesn't happen. It's only, and she's at the games cheering him on, and the cameras are looking at her. So I think it does take away from football a little bit, but it's still kind of funny to see.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Chiefs are going to beat New England. They're playing New England this week. But New England's terrible this year, aren't they?
They are terrible, yeah. Yeah, is Bill Belichick going to retire, do you think?
I think he might after this year, or maybe go one more year and see if he can get a winning season.
Yes, you don't want to go out on that.
Yeah.
Do you mess around with fantasy football at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, so let me give you some names. Justin Fields, sit him or play him?
I would say sit him this week because of the Browns defense.
There you go, because you got to decide strategically what works for your fantasy team. Russell Wilson, Broncos. Broncos actually are the hottest team in football. Sit him or play him?
I say play him. The Lions just gave up a lot of points to Justin Fields, and they played the Broncos this week, and his receivers are on fire recently, so I think he's going to do really well.
All right, one more. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, your Jags quarterback, got a bad wheel. Sit him or play him?
I say sit him because we're playing the Ravens, and I'm not sure how many interceptions he's going to throw with a bum ankle, so I don't know.
You got Chargers-Raiders tonight. Justin Herbert is out for the Chargers. He's a great quarterback that hasn't delivered. Literally someone named Easton Stick will start. Sounds like a deodorant.
Yeah.
In the year of the backup quarterback. Chargers or Raiders tonight?
I have the Raiders. I have them 27-14. But if Easton Stick does want to win, he needs to use Austin Eckler, their running back.
Yeah.
Not only in the running game, but in the passing game, too.
I'm going Raiders, too.
It's funnier than he says it.
Yeah, it is.
I
Andre wants to know about Minnesota-Cincinnati.
I have Cincinnati winning this one. They're really hot. They've shown they can win without Joe Burrow. So I think they do it again. Vikings. Isn't Justin Jefferson out again?
How about... go ahead, David.
Yeah, I don't think they could win without him. So I'm going to say Bengals win this one.
I'm with you 100%.
What's the score in the Bengals game?
27-10.
How about Chase Brown? Again, I know an Illini, but holy cow, he is the standout for the Bengals.
He's helped them. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Loved watching him play.
Did you give me a Bears-Cleveland score?
Bears-Cleveland. No, I didn't. I say if the Bears make big plays, which I think they might, 27-24, Bears win by 3.
Okay.
Really?
Keep it rolling. Ravens-Jacksonville should be a good Sunday night game. Who you got there?
I think we win 30-25. We need to use the running game because Lawrence just isn't getting it done right now.
Yeah, and we meaning Jacksonville because you live there.
Yes.
And Monday night's Philadelphia-Seattle. But let's table that for the moment and have you just give me one more here, and that's Dallas-Buffalo. Late game on Sunday afternoon game. Nobody's hotter than the Cowboys, even the Broncos. What a bizarre sentence that is. Buffalo's got to win. Can they beat the Cowboys?
I think they can. I have them winning 29-20. The Bills' defense needs to get pressure on Dak because he will throw interceptions if there's pressure.
Who do you like, Giants or Saints?
I'm going to say Giants.
Yeah,
They're
me
hot.
too.
I think they'll win that one.
I don't think that should qualify as an NFL game.
Yes, it should. Why, because they both are bad?
Yeah, they're both bad.
No, I think
No, it's a Tommy DeVito thing. You're in love with him.
I know. David and I are on the same
You're
page.
in love with him and the agent.
Tommy.
David, you're great. I hope you appreciate it. I kept my promise. No algebra in this discussion at all.
Yay.
Right. And I know it sucks, buddy. I know it's tough. You're going to look back at this someday, and people will tell you laugh. You're not going to laugh. You're just going to be glad it's over. But you can get through this, man. Stay the course. Focus.
All right, I will.
All right, buddy. Thanks
See
for being
you, David.
on. That's David Clauss, our favorite 13-year-old football prognosticator.
Told you he was going to talk about Tommy DeVito.
Nobody's impressed with my incredible knowledge of the Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Yeah. I was permanently kicked out of algebra twice. Remind me to tell you that story. Permanently, twice.